Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. It's early June 2025 and recently added to Sea Power by Mitchell 600 is the mighty German battleship Scharnhorst. She's been added in a theoretical or fictional 1980s configuration roughly equivalent to the 1980s Iowa battleships that we have in core game, but crucially, she retains her primary gun armament, which means we can use her in her World War II guise. Today, we're going to put her up against Iowa, and we're going to do two battles. The first is going to be a World War II battle, primary armament only. And secondly, we're going to do a fictional 1980s battle with the missiles. So some basic stats about Scharnhorst. She was commissioned 1939 and famously sunk in 1943. I've read a really good book, The Sinking of the Scharnhorst, twice. It's a great read. I suggest you read it. Max displacement, 38,000 tons. Max speed, 31 knots. Crew, 56 officers and 1,600 enlisted men. In terms of her armament, let's look at the real battleship first. She had 9 11-inch guns in 3 turrets. She had 12 5.9-inch guns, 14 4.1-inch guns, and many other anti-aircraft 3.7 centimeter guns. Armour, her belt was 12.6 inches thick. Her deck varied between 2 inches and 4.1 inches. Turrets, 7.9 inches to 14.2 inches, and her conning tower about 14 inches. In terms of her 1980s armament, she has a single Mark 26 arm launcher here, firing 40 SM-1MR, range 25 miles. She has cells here of Tomahawk, 8 Maritime Tomahawk and 8 Anti-Land Tomahawk. She has 4 goalkeepers, these guys here, like giant 30mm Sea Whiz. She has her primary guns, the same as World War II. Her secondary guns have been reduced to 4 127mm in her 1980s configuration, noisemaker and chaff. In terms of the model, it's high fidelity. Mitchell seems to be very good at importing high fidelity models, as you can see, which is great because it means more and more high fidelity models, so super awesome stuff. The mighty Iowa, of course, has 9 16-inch guns in 3 turrets. She has 12 5-inch guns along the side. She has 4 20mm Sea Whiz. She has cells containing 8 Maritime Tomahawks and 16 Harpoon A's, as well as chaff and noisemaker. The first battle we're going to do is, as I said, a World War II configuration, primary guns only. As it happens, strangely, both the 16-inch guns of Iowa and the 11-inch guns of Scharnhorst have the same range of 22 miles. Because of that, I'm actually going to start them at 15 miles away from each other. Reason being, no one has a range advantage, so there's not much point of doing a max range. And to be honest, in Sea Power, both ships have abysmal accuracy at their max range. So if I put it more about 15 miles, it's going to give us a much better fight that doesn't last forever. In terms of predictions, well, Iowa has the bigger guns. Iowa has the better aiming system. Iowa has more weight and more armour, so all figures point to Iowa, but there's always a bit of luck, remember. When salvos of shells straddle or bracket these ships, luck is needed to get an actual hit. Anyway, let's get underway. Starting at 15 miles, World War II configuration or World War II weapons, and go. Both ships immediately see each other with their radars. Look how high that radar is, I've never noticed that before. 11-inch guns aiming, and already first salvo out. Both going to go broadside, obviously. Let's check out Iowa. Already fired her first salvo. The main armament on Iowa was notoriously accurate, and so if it's modelled well, I suggest, as well as more firepower, Iowa's also going to have more accuracy, but we'll just have to see. In terms of rate of fire, I actually don't know which one's best. I would assume Scharnhorst would have better rate of fire because she's got smaller shells, smaller guns, but I don't actually know. First shells coming in from Iowa, and we have misses. Also, no hits on Iowa so far. Both were allowed to fire at the same time, and both have the same maximum range of 22 nautical miles. Question to you guys, why doesn't an 11-inch gun have the same max range as the 16-inch guns of Iowa? Is it just a kind of global max range that guns have? I'll have to keep bopping between the two to see if anyone gets hit. Now, interestingly, they're not going straight. They're doing this kind of wiggling, viewers. Is that to help evade shells and make it harder for the hostile to hit? Iowa's also doing the wiggling look. You can see her weight swish, 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 swish. So that must be to make them harder to hit, right? But surely that makes the gunnery more difficult as well. I guess that's the trade-off. No hits so far. Well, even at a reduced range of 15 miles, naval gunnery is appallingly inaccurate, as pretty much it was in real life. And we got our final, we got a hit on the stern, 2 hits on the stern of 3 hits on the stern of Scharnhorst. Wow. Well, as I said, it's luck. You can bracket the hostile ship, you can straddle the hostile ship, but whether a shell hits is pure, it's with the gods only. Oh, and we've also got a hit in Iowa on the belt there. It probably wouldn't have penetrated. In fact, I don't know. One thing about the shells is because the range is so high, the shells have to have a really high trajectory, so they're all going to be diving shot, which is bad for each vessel because it means deck hits, and of course deck armour is the weakest part of these ships. A quick look at damage so far. We are only 2.5 minutes in. Damage to Iowa, slight damage only. Weapon magazine, luckily it didn't go up. Scharnhorst is not smoking, interestingly, damage, and she's had no damage at all. So, interestingly, 3 hits on her stern, no damage at all. That's probably very unrealistic, but I'll let you guys decide. And those are 16-inch shells as well, bear in mind. Oh, and a hit on Iowa. Rechecking her. Wet magazine damage, and a Mark 7 gun. That's one of the big guns. One of the big guns is now out. And slight hull damage. Well, who would have thought? As I said, it's kind of luck at the end of the day. 3 minutes in. Waiting for the next straddle for the for Iowa. Checking damage. Still no damage. Might have been a flood. Okay, there was a bit of damage. Hit on the bow. Oh, they're not zigzagging anymore. Look at that. Iowa's not zigzagging. Scharnhorst isn't zigzagging. Well, maybe I was wrong, viewers. Checking damage. Oh, we have a fire. We have a fire there, and we have a flood there. What I would say is probably, it looks like Scharnhorst has a simpler damage model than Iowa. Because Iowa is much more detailed. Oh, multiple hits on A turret. I think that was A turret that just got smacked. If so, that may be problematic. And we're on fire. Both ships now on fire. Speed. Scharnhorst is now limited to 10 knots. Iowa is now limited to... No, she's increasing speed. Back to flank. Fire's been put out from Scharnhorst. Almost no damage. Could it be simply that we don't have a good enough damage model in place? Fire is out on Iowa too. Still bearing the scars. That one there below the waterline, which is probably not good, but that's the armoured belt, so I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. It probably wouldn't have penetrated. Oh, I hit amidships. Now that's problematic. That's almost certainly going to take radars out. Again, you can see very highly detailed damage model. I don't see a radar out. I see guns out, which is bad. I don't see a radar out, so accuracy should still be high. Oh, direct. Oh, 2 amidships hits from Scharnhorst. That's got to be devastating. In real life, 2 16-inch shells amidships surely would be devastating, viewers. Slight flooding. ZWWII is out. No idea what that is. I'm going to guess some sort of sensing equipment. Damage to Iowa. Definitely more damage to Iowa. Very close. That would have done damage. Amidships hit in the belt. And she's on fire. Down to 8 knots. Down to 5 knots. Scharnhorst back up to 25 knots. Bad accuracy from Iowa there. This is not turning out the way I thought it would. Oh my goodness, she's out of propulsion. And when she's out of propulsion, she's then a sitting duck. The guns are still aiming. Scharnhorst up at her, not max speed, but up at her full speed. You know what I mean. Full ahead. Good straddle, but no hits. Now, accuracy against Iowa is problematic now because she cannot evade. Speed's going back up. Oh, come on. Propulsion was coming back online. We had the midships hit there. That was on that turret there. What's that turret, guy? Viewers, is that Z turret? I forget now. I would say Scharnhorst's straddle was maybe more accurate, which almost certainly is not true to real life. Or maybe not, I don't know. Certainly these hits should be devastating. 16-inch shells should be absolutely devastating. Okay, stuff's happening now. Rudder is fully out. We've got flooding. That, whatever that is out. We've got fire here. We've got hull damage moderate. We've got flooding slight. Back to Iowa. Slight and slight. So both are pretty much equally damaged. We've got a fire started. 15 knots, 10 knots. Scharnhorst is the slowest. 7 minutes 20 seconds in. Got a battle hit. No more damage. This is really still anyone's game. Ah, midships for Iowa and an enormous amount of damage. Various systems offline. For a betting man right now, I'd say Scharnhorst is going to win. I'm going to speed it up now, viewers. Accuracy is going to degrade, presumably. Scharnhorst, 10 knots. Iowa, 10 knots. They look equally beaten. Scharnhorst on fire. Iowa not on fire. Propulsion back for Iowa up to 15 knots. Scharnhorst still at 10 knots. A major fire raging. Another amidships hit. Damage control. 2 guns are damaged. 5 inches. Moderate damage still. Multiple hits. The fire's got larger. Iowa's damage control is doing better. I guess her armor is repelling it better. Scharnhorst. Still only slight flooding and moderate hull damage. Iowa taking a hit on the stern. Still punching heavily. I'd say that looks like a list now, viewers. That looks like a list of about 5 degrees, and she's not turning, so that is a full list. Not a roll. It's becoming problematic for Scharnhorst. She's moderate flooding now, and she's taking increasingly accurate hits from Iowa. But Iowa is now down to 5 knots. Jeez, Iowa is now sitting duck, and Iowa's taking so many damn hits. Slight flooding. Scharnhorst is now dead in the water. She's dead in the water. She's about 7 degrees list, and look, her deck's going underwater. I would not want to be on Scharnhorst right now. Now, in real life, she was almost impossible to sink. I think it was Prince of Wales, feel free to correct me, that came broadside pretty much and just shot for like 10 minutes with her 15-inch guns into Scharnhorst, and they could not sink her. In the end, they had to torpedo her. Yeah, feel free to correct me, guys. And it is Scharnhorst that goes down, and Iowa is battered. She's bruised. She's lost a turret. Let's check her damage. Multiple systems off. But in the end, she prevails. It was really her toughness that won it. Accuracy seemed about the same. Slight flooding, as you can see. Probably a bit of a list on. But Scharnhorst is fully sunk. In real life, is that realistic, viewers? Well, obviously, I don't know. But from stuff I've read, and probably Iowa would win a bit quicker. But as ever, I stand to be corrected, viewers. That's it. Good battle. We will salute. And we'll watch her go down to the bottom of the channel. I deliberately put her in a channel here in homage to the Scharnhorst, the channel run, famous channel run. Read about that if you want, viewers. It's fun. Oh look, can she even sink? Or will her mast still be above the top? Down she goes. Great sinking mechanics. Apart from that, best cut that out, viewers. And she's gone through the world. Huh. Well, I guess you can sink in the channel. Very sticky mud. Right, let's do the 1980s variant. Welcome back in the channel. Again, 50 miles away from each other. Each can see the other just to expedite and go. Both set to free fire. Scharnhorst is going to fire her Maritime Tomahawk from the cells. Midships at the top here. Iowa firing her Tomahawks. Also within range of her harpoons, which are presumably going to fire. Yes, they are firing now. So she's fired 8 Tomahawks, or will fire 8 Tomahawks. She's also fired 16 harpoons. So the advantage in offense definitely, obviously, goes to Iowa, firing 24 missiles. Scharnhorst can only fire 8 missiles, but she has missile defense. She has SM-1 defense from this guy here. Whereas, of course, the 1980s Iowa, if I can find it, only has Sea Whiz. Also, what's better? 2 Sea Whiz here or 2 Goalkeeper here? We'll just have to see. Not much to do now. Speed it up, see what happens. Missiles passing Calais. Tomahawks at the vanguard of the red attack. Scharnhorst not firing for some reason. Let's make sure everything's right. SM1, it should be firing. I guess they're not over the horizon yet. We'll just leave her to get on with it. She's set to free fire. Her radars are on. Yep, let me double check Iowa. Radars are on. Free fire. Alright, we've done everything we can, viewers. Okay, we have 5-inch gunfire from Iowa. Is it going to be effective? Well, you never know. Luck of the draw. Do we have any gunfire from Scharnhorst? Something's firing. 5-inch guns firing. No missiles firing yet, strangely. Five-inch guns, many more 5-inch guns on Iowa, of course. Tomahawks coming in range. What's going to happen? Apparently she's engaging with her SM1. SM1's now being fired. Back to Iowa. Don't know who to watch. Sea Whiz. I'm going to check these guys here. Iowa. Sea Whiz. Sea Whiz. Defending herself admirably. Sea Whiz. Wowee. Pause. Let's go and see how... Oh, Scharnhorst has failed. Or has she? No, she's not failed. Oh, yeah, she has failed. Oh, dear. Well, that's 24 missiles for you, viewers. Oh, sorry, gotta go and find out this guy. Can the mighty Iowa defend herself? Yes, she can. 2 more, 1 more. Wow, that's 20 mil Sea Whiz. 100% best Sea Whiz. It's a cool game as well. It's not modified. SM1 going out, but no use at all. Something fooled by a jammer. Well, I really wasn't expecting that. If anything, I would have expected the other way around, because 2 Sea Whiz is not really enough to defend from, well, I guess it is, from the Tomahawk. So Iowa defended herself admirably. All skill levels and everything set the same as ever, viewers. 2 Sea Whiz defended 8, not harpoons, Tomahawks with ease, to be honest, by the looks of it. 5-inch guns didn't really do anything. Scharnhorst, who had the best defense, SM1, didn't fire until about 10 miles for some reason. And the 5-inch guns were just not effective. And Goalkeeper just didn't do well enough. Fired, but didn't do well enough. So absolutely smashed. Well, if you absolutely have to have a World War battleship thus far, as we've proved so far in these videos, either take an Iowa or a Montana, I guess. Good mod. Go and use it. I hope you enjoyed that, and bye-bye.